Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited about today's show because one of my absolute favorite guests of all time is here today, y'all. He's been here so many times, he might as well be my co-host at this point. You know who it is. It's the Prince of Sophisticated Soul, Mr. Will Downing. We're going to talk about his 25th album that drops on November 2nd. It's called Sophisticated Soul. So stay tuned because you definitely don't want to miss today's show because you know we about to act up. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Check the Rhymes, Will Downing. And the crowd goes wild.
Check the rhyme, Jerry. Check the rhyme. Check the rhyme. I got to do that every time, you know.
Of course. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing just fine. Good to see you again. It's been a minute.
Yeah, been like a few months.
We run out of fingers and toes.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
Few months. I was just in my intro. I was like, at this point, though, you might as well be a co-host because you always here.
Damn, like I got nothing else better to do. You know what? We don't have a guest. We can always call Will. Around.
So what have you been up to? Like, back on the road touring since outside is open a little bit. Tell me what outside looks like because I don't go nowhere.
You lie like a rug. I see you everywhere. Let's see. I think, what did I do this year? The 2 albums, one of which we're probably going to talk about later.
Yes.
That's about to come out. Been back to touring. So it's been great, actually. The first show was interesting because I hadn't worn like a pair of shoes, for like a year or however long we've been out, a year and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
When I put some shoes on, my toes were like, I forgot how to walk. I was like, I'm so used to wearing sneakers and sandals and anything else. I was on the stage like, okay. And after about 45 minutes, I was like gassed. I mean, I thought I needed like an oxygen tank because, we haven't worked. So, we go to rehearsal, but even in rehearsal, to get ready for the show, it's like you're sitting down, you still texting while you're just singing. And then when you get on that stage, it's like you got to kind of go back and forth and you got to get the crowd all hyped. About 45 minutes in, I was like,
intermission, y'all.
Oh, yeah. And then I look at like, my road manager on the side of the stage and I say, he knows like he's supposed to give me like times, like how much time we have left. He's doing this. I said, 30 minutes? We got 30. Great. So yeah, the first gig back was interesting, but it was good to see people. And they had the protocol in place, so people had to, show their vaccination cards and all that. So
That's good.
yeah, it was cool.
So I've always wondered how y'all would know when it's time to wrap it up because it seems like you'd be in such a zone, but now you just told me the secret.
Yeah. Well, that's one way. And then in some of the bigger venues, like the real nice ones, they have a clock on the floor. Yeah. So you're on stage, and they say you got 60 minutes, and you're like constantly like, okay.
See, we can't even tell, like in the audience, that you're looking down at that.
Well, yeah, I normally do it when someone's soloing or something like that, or like the light man puts the light on whoever it is, and then I kind of look down. I like to act like I'm wiping my head, and it's like, okay. All right, we got 25 minutes. And I look at the set list and I see how many songs we got left. And I'm like, okay, we might have to cut this one. So I'll go to the band and kind of like, I'll do this. Which means jump over this song, go to the next one, because we ain't gonna make it in time.
So y'all got all these hand signals, James Brown. I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty of hand signals. Oh yeah. But yeah. Yeah, no, there's always something going on stage because I've had the power turned off on me on stage before because I've gone over.
Oh, wow.
I've been fined before and I've had the power turned off on me. So on many, many times. So I've kind of learned like, yes, you want 60? If I'm opening up for somebody, like you get 559, I'd be like, hey. It's been a great night. Thank you. God bless you.
No wonder some of them wrap it up so quick. You'd be like, but you're not gonna finish that note.
Yep, I throw that arm up in the air. The band knows. Good night. Like, he can sing the second part. Good night. It's been a pleasure. A pleasure. It's been great.
But so what if like you're such like in a zone and your road manager is over there doing all this and like then you got to sit here and think like how many times did he flash his hands? Like
nah, that rarely happens. Because there's so many hand signs that go on throughout the whole show.
Okay.
That you start guessing after a while. Like, okay, even if he ain't there, you can kind of gauge like where you are. Okay, we ain't gonna make this. Let me make this song a little shorter. I can make this a little longer to make up more time. So it's part of the business. What you got to do.
Professionals.
I'm a mo-fessional.
Yes. Yes. So you mentioned another album this year. Like you be putting out albums like Apple be putting out phones. Right after the other.
I got more albums than Apple's got phones.
Right. That's
They're
a
only
bar.
up to 13. Right, I'm up to 25.
Yeah. So 25th album, Sophisticated Soul.
On Sophisticated Soul Records.
Yeah. So what made you want to drop this album this year instead of hold it for next year?
I think that we're living at a time now where information is key. Content is key and information is key. And people can't get enough of anything. Yeah. Like literally 3 months after I dropped the Song Garden, like people were like, what's next? And I'm like, the Song Garden. They're like, I got the Song Garden. What's next? I'm like, are you kidding me? So like you can't produce or put out music enough or fast enough. It's impossible these days.
Yeah.
So to keep relevant, you just got to keep dropping something. It's funny. I was talking with we texting back and forth, me and Eric Roberson this morning, and he was, I love that song Lessons that he has out.
Yeah.
And I said, man, so when's the next one? He's like, man, I'm trying to milk this one as long as I can, and I'll drop the next something in a few months. If I can make it to next year, then that would be great, and I'll drop the album. But it's tough. It's tough. It's not like these records of you make them and they're free. Like you got like make some money to be able to record the stuff and produce it and pay musicians and whatever, whoever, and make this thing stay on the tracks.
So did you already kind of have a plan going in, like this is the type of album I'm going to make, or it's like let's just see what happens because they pressuring me?
Yeah, pretty much. When I finished the Song Garden, I had like remnants of something and I was actually going to call the Song Garden Part 2, and then I started writing. And I had one tune, and then I ended up with two of them, and I was like, yeah, they're both two mid tempos. I think I need a ballad. And so I was like, concentrating on writing a ballad. I got a ballad and two mid tempos. I need something with a little pace to it. And then I wrote, something else. So, and after a while, before you know it, you got like 7-8 songs. So
yeah. So of course, I always ask you this: how you came up with the title?
Sophisticated Soul, very easy. My label is called Sophisticated Soul, and actually, you know what? I wasn't the one that came up with the title. That is my label, Sophisticated Soul. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, a guy named Fred Hammond, not singer, gospel singer Fred Hammond, another gentleman named Fred Hammond. And he said, why don't you just call it Sophisticated Soul? I said, I got so many albums. I was like, don't I have one called Sophisticated Soul already? I guess I don't. Well, man, we'll call it Sophisticated Soul. And it really is that dumb. Not that his answer was dumb, but just to think about it, it's kind of like at this point when you're 25 in, we could call it Check the Rhymes.
That's the next one.
That's the next, maybe the one after this one. You're next.
Okay, fine.
Two more albums in, yeah. Check the rhyme, yo.
So, I thought that you came up with it because you're the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. So I thought maybe that was why.
I'm not that bright.
every album I'm like, this is exactly why, and you're like, no.
Fred came up with it. Fred said call Sophisticated Soul. I was like, all right. That's like saying you got chicken or fish. Chicken, I guess. I don't know. You want to call Sophisticated Soul? Sophisticated song. Cool.
So since this is the 25th album, though, do you feel like that there's something like, is there like a special sauce that you put in this one that's different from the others, or like what's different about number 25?
I don't really. I wish I had a special answer to say it was, completely this or completely that. You
Just make something up.
Okay, well, great. This is the best thing I've ever done. I found the magic. I don't know. No, what I try to do is, and this is every album, I try to outdo the last one. I try to outdo myself in my mind.
Yeah.
And if I haven't, then, I won't put it out. But I think we put a collection of 8 amazing songs together that rival and or is not better than, the Song Garden, which people happen to have really, really, really liked. So, that's the goal, is to kind of outdo yourself with, that old saying. It says, try, fail, try again, this time fail better. So I tried to fail better on this one.
Well, I think you did. I think you did a great job, because I know when I was listening to it, my preview of it, I was supposed to be riding my bike, exercise bike, but it came out as, so I'm on the phone, but I'm listening to it at the same time because I'm talking to my sister on speakerphone and I'm pedaling. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I like that, I'm body rolling and stuff.
Wait, was that a body roll?
Okay. And so she's like, who over there?
Who over there? You should have said, DNW, that Negro Will. He's right there. He got me doing the body roll.
Trying to fall off this bike, trying to dance.
Yeah, there you go. Dip, baby, dip. Now dip, baby, dip. To the left, to the right, to the right.
So I wanted to go through a couple of the songs because, I'm
give
sure
me the body
there's a
roll
great
joints.
Story behind some of these, right?
Probably not, but we're gonna make it sound good.
Yeah.
Give me the body roll joints. That's now you don't pique my interest now. I got the body roll joints going on.
I mean, we're gonna start with the single that's out.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Warmth of You.
Well, the warmth of you is, imagine having that person in your life who you love so much, and they make you feel so good about everything that it's what you look forward to.
I'm like, where do you find that?
Aisle 6 in Target. I don't know. It's backlog at this moment.
Gotcha.
No, but that's what the song is really all about. It's like that comfort, that person that brings you that comfort in your life. When they say, would you go to work? And it's like home should be like the most amazing place, and you feel comfort there. That's what the warmth of you really is as a song. That person you just like, I can't wait to get to you. I can't wait to hold you. I can't wait to, feel the warmth of you. So that's what it is.
That's how I feel about my electric blanket. The warmth.
Now remember what I told you pre-interview, right? So I'm gonna give you the look. All right.
I got you.
Not only you know what I'm talking about.
I got you.
That's the jive look. That's the Fraganaco bull.
I got you. Okay, so I put a star beside this one because this one I love.
Okay.
I bet you can't even guess which one it is.
I can't. I'm waiting to hear.
Old School Love.
Oh, that's your joint, huh?
Yes, I love that one.
Young people may not understand, but nothing else feels better than old school love. Yeah, that's my kind of like OJ's sort of, yeah, boom, 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 boom. Just like
yeah.
Yeah, that's my job. I love that song. And yeah, it was pretty much inspired kind of like by like an older classic type song. I wanted to go for that Philly sound, and subject wise, it pretty much says it in the lyric. I want an old school love. I like, we argue, we fight, we this, we that, but let's sit down and talk it out. That's
where you find that
at? Aisle 6 in Target, along with the other thing you were looking for. It's on back order.
Okay. All right. Love language. I like that one too. I just wrote down like I was gonna go through all of them, but I was like, let me not go through every single song. But love language, I like that one
No,
too.
no, no, go through it. We rolling here, you know. We got electric blanket, and we got two aisle sixes on Target to find what you're looking for.
Right.
Um, love language. That is first off, I'm gonna mention his name again. That's Eric Roberson doing the background vocals on that song.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. We wanted a different sound, and me and Arrow we were hanging out. You know, I said, "Hey man, why don't you sing it? You know, hook a brother up." And
Hmm.
so he did his thing. But yeah, it's lyrically, yeah. I mean, it is the love language. Like, okay, what is it that we have in common? What is it that 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 I don't have to say anything where you can
Right.
just feel what I'm feeling at this moment.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you know my love language? Yeah, love
What
it.
is
Love
your
that
love
song.
language?
My love language,
Or do you
well,
know?
listen, I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say, but I'm gonna make something up, make it really good.
Okay.
It really is just about compatibility. I mean, like if you can find someone that you can laugh with, communicate with, you guys have common interests, common goals.
Mhm.
That is love language to me. That's the way I feel about it.
Okay. Okay.
And you can find that in aisle seven in Target.
I swear I've been down both those aisles and it's never,
Nah,
it's
it
always
wasn't
out of
there.
stock.
You always just found soap, like Tide,
Okay, come with me.
come with me. Oh, that's my Isley Brothers ish type feel type song. Yeah, I probably was watching like Versus, and
Got
I heard
inspired
that.
by
Yeah,
Ron
I
and
got
Ernie.
inspired. Yeah, you see, I got my Ron Isley,
See?
my little beard, all these my. Because when I saw Versus, I was like, yo, man, I see Ernie. I'm like, who's the other dude on the couch? It's like this mother's kind of fly. It's like, oh, that's Ron Lisley. And they started playing them joints, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should come up with something like that. So I could make, my girl do the body roll on this joint here, check the rhymes. She can do the body roll. So I came up with, come with me.
Okay, all right. So like normally I think on I don't know if you do it on every album, but you kind of remake a song. Did you do that on this album?
Yeah. Which is actually the last song on the album. I'm trying to think of the official title because I always get it wrong. But I believe it's When I First Saw You is the official title.
Good
And it was
job.
just, oh,
That was the
thank
name of
you.
it.
That's a song that was taken from the Dreamgirls. I guess it was a play first, and then they turned it into a movie. And I think it was even inspired by what, like Mahogany or something like that, or one of those. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So it was remade by many people. Originally done by Ben Harney, which was in the play Dreamgirls, and Jamie Foxx is a really nice version of it as well. I mean, a lot of people have tried to do it
Hmm.
as well. So I took took my shot at trying to make it my own. So I love it. I love my interpretation of it. So I hope people feel the same way.
So what made you like, was that just one that you always wanted to do, or you just
Yeah, I've always loved the song. And I love songs like that. Unfortunately, probably get lost. But hey, look, I got to do something for me every
right,
once in a while. So I've always loved that song. Yeah, and I wanted to be Gregory Porter to it. That's one of them joints Gregory Porter would probably do and
right.
kill as well. So,
You're trying to beat him to it.
hey, Greg, when I
Already
first
did
saw you, I said, oh my, that's my dream.
it. So you well, so going back to the tour, so you've got like some dates scheduled out. So are you already performing songs from the album, or will you just add those in the mix as
Oh,
you
we're
go?
adding them in. We're adding them as we go along. I mean, obviously, we're adding in the first single, "The Warmth of You," and we're still working stuff from the last album. Like "Ready, Willing, and Able," and the wedding song that we have as well. So that's in there. So yeah, I mean, and you got to remember, that I've got 25 albums, and folks want to hear a little bit of everything. So we got to go way, way, way back
Yeah.
to like 88 and 89 with Wishing on a Star and I Try and I Go Crazy and Million Ways and After Tonight and Can't Help It and Island and we got all them joints in there. So
I swear, it's like, I think like every time I get in the car and if I have Pandora on, every single time A Million Ways pops up and I'm like, is he in this car?
Yeah. Yeah, right. You're right. Turn your car.
Right. Every time.
He's everywhere.
Is it like, what did you do to it?
Yeah. Listen, between that one and I think I hear Sorry I a lot. And don't mind my phone. I must be popular with the bill collectors. Sorry I, Say Yes. So yeah, I'm grateful to have anything that someone is anxious to hear and that they play, in abundance. So I ain't complaining. And don't you complain. Don't you say to nobody. I want to keep hearing, A Million Ways when you jump in your car. At least
yes. It's a good thing I love that song.
Yeah, good. Yeah, if you don't hear it on the radio, I'm gonna like sit in your back seat and just start singing A Million Ways. Is that Will in the car? I'll be about to duck down.
Yeah, we're like, well, can you get out and pump this $4 gas?
Well, that's when I get out.
So are you doing a holiday show this year?
I wouldn't call it a holiday show, but I'll be performing around the holiday season.
Okay.
Yeah, because over the years I've done like what we have dubbed as a holiday show, and there's always been like that one or two people, kind of like, he only did 2 Christmas songs and all the rest of them was. So I was like, I ain't calling them holiday shows no more because it's funny when you do the holiday show, people get mad and say he didn't do the hits. And you do the hits and you sprinkle in a couple of holiday joints. He only did a couple of holiday songs. So damn it, we just going out. We come into your town and it's going to be around Thanksgiving and it's going to be around Christmas.
Okay.
Boom. Okay. That's it. You get what you get.
You get what you get. So you've been in the game like what, 35 years?
Yeah, thanks. Long time. Yeah.
I'm old. Years.
I'm old. Shanika.
And that's how old I am. Anyway. 35 years, 25 albums. Mm-hmm. What would you say the lesson that you have learned is?
The biggest lesson that I've learned?
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that, well, it's funny. It's funny how life and business, at some point they separate. And you think that they're one and the same until you start realizing that like, okay, yeah, this is a job and it's a business and you have your life and there's more to life than what you do. So that's the biggest lesson that I've learned over the years is that, yes, I record, I sing, I tour, I do all that, but that's only, a portion of who I am as a human being. Mm-hmm. And like, there's other facets of life that, you have to kind of look at and enjoy before the ride is over, because before you know it, it's like it's somebody else's turn and, whether you're out of the business itself or just in life in general, at some point, it's just a natural progression of life.
Do you think you'll ever retire from the touring and putting out albums, or have you even thought about it?
My father, I was smiling in advance because my father, when I decided to tell him what I was going to do for a living or what I thought I was going to do for a living or what I wanted to do for a living, he laughed. And the biggest question that he asked me was, and I still haven't found the answer, was, how do you retire from singing? And I was like,
just stop.
But you never.
Don't really.
See, the thing is, with a traditional job, you put in X amount of years. If they have a 401k plan, they're taking money out of your check and they're putting it towards, and then they're doubling it, and you have something that you get when it's all said and done. Yeah. Once you put in this X amount of time, 25 years, 30 years of service or whatever. You don't get that with this job. The way the business is structured now, I don't even know how people survive. Like I came around at the right time where they were
Okay.
still where they're still doing royalties and things of that nature. With
Yeah.
these new young up and coming artists, I don't know how they're going to survive, to be honest with you, because
Yeah.
a lot of it's independent.
Mhm.
With this digital age, you don't know where anything is with your music. You don't know
Right.
you don't know what they're using it for, and most people aren't paying for it. So,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, my dad has certainly thrown like a wrench in my program. Like, well, how do you retire from doing that? Like,
So like
maybe it's
the what's it called? I'm about to make up a name because I don't know
that's
what
a
it's called. It's a why do I have music cares in my head? I don't know what like maybe that's through the
well,
Grammys or something. I don't know.
well, you know what? They used to have something years ago, called the R&B Society,
Oh yes, yes, I've heard of that.
and right. And what they would do years ago is they would collect money. And as people got older, if they fell on hard times or whatever the case may be,
Hmm.
they had this fund that when they would allocate funds to you so that, you know, these folks can survive.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of dissipated over the years, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, I haven't, it's certainly not as prevalent as it used to be. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, my dad's got me like, I don't know. I asked my friends, my rich friends, they have really good, you know, like internet shows, like Check the Rhymes or something like that, and
Looking in the
they
wrong
funnel.
place.
I'm looking in the wrong. Is that an aisle six of Tarjay as
Yes,
well?
yeah. I think
Yeah,
that actually is on going to be on aisle 15.
aisle 15, which doesn't exist, but yeah, okay.
It does in Target. It does.
It
It's
does.
over
Oh
there,
yeah,
over there by the rugs and stuff.
right. Right, right. The shelves, shelving, like oh, those open shelving.
So you made a comment on an interview that I watched, and you were talking about, you were actually talking about your radio show, the Wind Down, but you were saying how often it seems like people will kind of push older artists to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Mm-hmm.
do you think that is? Why do you think people do that?
Well, I mean, I think it's the once again, you know, not to rehash a phrase, but it's the natural progression of anything. You
Hmm.
know, if you do something for a certain period of time, people kind of put you in a box. They know who you are. They think they know what you're all about, what you're going to do, and after a
Yeah.
while, it's sort of like, well, you know, yeah, it's just Will. Like, yeah, but it's really good. Like, yeah, it's just Will. You know, it's
Oh,
like Will is Will, and they
yeah.
push artists to the side. I mean, it's entertainment is all about youth, energy, and it's always changing.
Yeah.
So you can't stay on top forever. I mean, as you can see, we've lost many of our superstars
Hmm.
because people had continued to chase that dream of being on top of the mountain.
Right.
So, you know, people like your Michael Jacksons, like, okay, I can't go to sleep because if I go to sleep, then you know, and so it's like, but okay, but I gotta go to sleep. Okay, help me sleep. Okay,
Yeah.
help me get up. Help me stay up. Okay, what
Yeah.
do I have to do to stay young? Okay, let me change my features. Let me do, and like
Yeah.
we've lost the biggest and the best because of that. So
Mhm.
like your Whitney Houston's,
Yeah.
you know, I gotta get up. I need this because, you know, there's a new
Hmm.
crop of singers coming and they ain't as good as I am. So, you know,
Right.
so that's the way they, you know, this just the natural,
Yeah.
uh, course of life. It just is, you
Hmm.
know, usher out the old and usher in the new. It's like New Year's, baby New Year's. The old dude walks out with the thing on his arm and the new baby comes in. It's like, it's my turn. So
Right.
that's just life. It's just the way it is. But you know, with a show like mine, to get back to your point,
Hmm.
um, I try to play artists that are young and up and coming, but you know, there's an abundance of artists that have been around for some time that are still putting out some quality music and they
Yeah.
need an outlet. So you can come to my show and or submit the music to me and we give them that outlet and a platform. So yeah, I try to
Yeah.
do my part. I don't try to just talk about it, I try to be about it.
I like that because I see a lot of times on Twitter, people were like, I can't even remember who it was the other day, but they were like, where is this person? And I just happened to catch it and I'm like, consistently still putting out music.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
but I guess
yeah.
because a lot of times there isn't necessarily a lot of outlets that are doing it, they don't see it or they don't hear it. So they're just like, it doesn't exist.
Well, you and I think we have spoken about this before. With the way things are now, everyone is an artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Including me.
It's like I could, it doesn't cost me anything to put anything out. So I'm gonna put something out and I'm gonna flood the internet with my
Yeah.
name and my likeness and my this and my that. And it's like, okay, yeah, but so and so has a record out. It's really important. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep tweeting. I'm just gonna keep going on Instagram. I'm just gonna keep hitting Facebook.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it doing this, and forget them. Just look at me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and everybody's doing it. So it's great that we do have a platform, aka the internet, that people can go on and promote their product. But the thing is, it's so oversaturated that you can't even, like, no one's making anything because everyone's buying a little bit of everything.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
There's so many people doing it. It's like, yeah, but this is really, really, really important. But, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And then after a while, you get tired. As soon as you turn your computer on, after about 15, 20, 30 minutes, it's like, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, I can't, the game last night, all the infomercials that come on if you go on to YouTube or something like that. I don't want to hear about progressive and I don't, this and it's like you get exhausted. So it's like if you're not within that window of whatever,
Right.
You just get lost. You just do.
That's true. So I wanted to bring up something else that I heard. I didn't catch the entire name of it, but this is
Okay.
what I wrote down. Hold on.
Wait a minute. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I have to just say it? I have a feeling I know what it is. If you're laughing before you can even read it, I got a pretty good eye. Was it like a group that I was with in the early part of my career?
Yes.
Was it Wally Jump Jr. and the Criminal Element?
Yes, that was
Criminal
it.
Records?
I wanted to know more about that because I've never heard of this group.
You got look it up. Look it up. We were somebody. We were
The Criminal
that
Elements,
long. Listen, dude was paying. He paying. I'm playing. Okay, so in the early part of my career, before I became a solo artist, I was primarily a background vocalist. So I did a ton of records in the 80s and all that stuff, singing backgrounds. And that's when, well, dance music has always been around, but house music was really just starting to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
It was making a conversion from disco, to and house music.
Right.
So, we was there at the beginning of it.
Okay.
And we were putting out records like every 2 or 3 months, and we were just making up names. So, 1 month I would be Envy, the letters NV, and I was on Sire Records. Another month I would be Pilot. And we had a record out called You Are the One that was on Prelude Records. And then I had something called RT and the Rockmen Unlimited on Criminal Records. And, we put a single out. Or I did the movie The Goonies, and they had a soundtrack. What? And then we put a record out.
I love The Goonies.
Yeah. And then we made up this group. This brother named Arthur Baker, a guy named Arthur Baker, producer. He came up with this group called Wally Jump Jr. and the Criminal Element. I don't know where it came from. All I know is he called me one day. He says, I want me, you, another brother named Craig Derry. We're going to do this group. We're all studio singers. Craig and I studio singers, and Arthur's a producer writer. And he was like, hey, I'll pay you X amount of dollars to do this record. I was like, looked at my account. I'm like, yeah, I'm down like 4 flat tires. Where do I sign? What time I got to be there? And we started making this record. Okay. So the big, I don't even say this phrase, the big hit off of the record was Gwen Guthrie had a record out called Ain't Nothing Going On But the
Rent. Okay, I remember that.
We did an answer record called Ain't Gonna Pay You One Red Cent. I know. Uh-oh, are you giving me the look that I get?
I am.
So yeah, we had the answer.
Can you sing a little bit of it though?
Ain't gonna pay you one red cent. I owe you no money because I get my love for free. So that was and she had Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent. So we had to add some record to it. But oddly enough, a label in the UK loved this record. And they were like, oh my God. And we did really well over there. And they had heard about my history of all the other 12 inches I'd done. They were like, would you be interested in doing a solo record? And I was
Wow.
like, yeah. And that's how my solo career started. And in 80, 88, I mean, I signed in 86, 87, and then we
Hmm.
released the record in 88.
I never
And
knew
so,
this story.
yeah, yeah, that's how my solo career started. Yeah. And even
Wow.
then, it was the same thing. We put out over in Europe, we put out a house version of A Love Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
And it did really, really well overseas. And that launched my career there. And over here, we had done a remake of Denise Williams' Free, and it did absolutely nothing. So I swear to you, and I found myself like flying overseas like every few months and
Hmm.
working. And that's how my career started. Yeah.
Wow. And I
Yeah.
keep seeing online, again, it's another conversation that people are having on social media about how over in Europe, the fans over there just still appreciate our music, like our legends.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you, when you go over there now, are they still asking you to sing
Same. Yeah.
those
I
songs?
gotta do. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's a whole nother playlist.
Hmm.
Like the songs that are big here, did okay there.
Yeah.
But when I go over there, it's like I have to do like stuff from the very first record, like In My Dreams,
Hmm.
um, I Love Supreme, another song called The Love We Share. When I recorded Wishing on a Star, I pretty much introduced it over there. I was doing a concert there, and I just, we were working on an arrangement of it. And I said, hey, I have this idea of recording this song. You mind if I do it for you right now? And we did it. So it was the first
Wow.
time, we had done it, live or anything. We
Yeah.
still hadn't recorded it. And so it was tested there. So
Hmm.
it was like, and the people have really appreciated it. And,
Okay.
I even think that, what's her name? Gwen Dickey, the original lead vocalist for um, Rose Royce, lives over there. So yeah, it's
Wow.
a whole nother world. I talk to Howard Hewitt all the time, and he's always like, "Hey, I'm on my way to Europe. I'm on my way to England." I'm like, brother, yeah, it's a whole nother life. It's interesting.
I
It's
think,
interesting.
isn't Alexander O'Neill still over there?
Yeah, he moved over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he moved over there. So yeah, interesting. I mean, I can think of a host of artists. I remember when Jocelyn Brown moved over there years ago. I remember her telling me she was going to go, and I was like, "You're nuts!" But she's made a healthy living over there and loves it and feels appreciated, for what she's done.
So you think I
So
can
yeah,
get a job over there doing something? Something. I don't know, something, maybe. Maybe.
oh hey, how you doing, baby? I didn't see you there. I think the mic went out for a minute. No, no, no. No, listen, it's the internet. You're everywhere. You're
Okay.
everywhere right
Okay.
now. So,
True. True.
yeah. Come on. Why would you want to be stuck in aisle six?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
think about it.
fine.
There we go. Yeah. See, yeah.
So now I have to know this though. Like the first big check that you got, what did you buy?
Hmm. Oh, I remember it vividly. I got it from Island Publishing. I bought a Tascam 244, which was a 4-track cassette recorder. That's how far back we're going. It was was it 144 or 244? 144, 244. But I bought that, and I bought a SM58 microphone, and everything was equipment.
I know. I
Everything
was
was
like, I was hoping it was something like just
no.
you know how some of these some people just buy like the most like extravagant, like over the top something. You were all
First,
practical and stuff.
first off, my big check was not a big check. My first big check wasn't a big check. It was more money that I had made doing anything in music before, but it was enough for me to get a 144, 244 Tascam cassette recorder, 4-track recorder, a microphone. I think I bought a reverb, or like a Furman reverb, and it was I think I bought a drum machine, and it was just a matter of, and a keyboard, a Juno 6 by Roland, I think it was, by a Korg Juno 6. That's why I bought. It was all equipment, and it was, because my logic was I made money doing this, making music. So
Yeah.
why don't I buy something that will help me create, or give me a means to make more music, so I can make more money. And then when I make more money, then I could buy more things, that like the frivolous stuff. But I have to be able to make a living. So you need a microphone to make a living. You need, you need all these things to record. Other than that, I would have to go to the studio and pay X amount of dollars per hour, and all my money would be going to the studio, as opposed to I could work at home and do my demos here. And I was living at home with my parents at the time. I'd go in the basement in my parents' home and write songs, and then if I sell the songs, I can make more money, and then I can get out of the house and I could keep living. So that was my thinking, and I did okay for myself. It worked.
You know what I'm about to say.
What's that? What are you gonna say?
One, I commend you for investing in yourself. But since you were still living at home, did you put something on the bills?
I probably not.
I noticed you didn't mention that. So
I probably did.
Build a refrigerator up, something.
I might have done that.
Okay.
But did I pay a bill? Nah, I doubt it very seriously. That never even crossed my mind. Probably like my kids treat me. Like if my kids would get something. I mean, I buy tickets to go see my youngest perform. She don't even say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a ticket." I'm like, just go to the box office and get it.
So when did you buy something like frivolous? And what was it? What's the first frivolous thing you bought? There's got to be something just crazy that you just had to have that you bought.
No, I mean, probably like an outfit or something like that. See, the backstory with my life is, by the time I got signed, I was working a day job. I was living at home with my parents, and I was working in music at night. So I wasn't like making like crazy money. Mm-hmm. And then when I was 19, my then girlfriend got pregnant. So it was like, I had a kid when I was 20 years old. I had a kid. Oh. So like, it wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna get this car, I'm gonna get this. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Oh, the kid has to eat.
Yeah, kid got to eat, and then, we were living in my parents' home for a good while, and the two women can't live in the same house. So my mother and, my then wife, like, I came home one day, and my mom's was like, hey, y'all got to go. I was like, when? Like, 30 days. Like,
oh, that was nice. She gave you 30 days.
I thought that was very black of her. Yeah. So then it was like, I got to find my own place. It was like first month's rent, security deposit, so yeah, it took me a minute to kind of like figure this whole thing out.
You didn't pawn any of that equipment that you bought so you could do all that?
I probably did.
I am so nosy. I'm so sorry.
And listen, I probably did. I probably got rid of something, as equipment gets old like that. So like, that stuff, just breaks down. It was a cassette recorder. It was a 4-track cassette recorder. The cassette pop. I'm like, I need to get another Ampex tape, another Memorex. Oh my God, these cassettes are so much. Let me just stop doing this.
What was your day job then? Is it the same day job that you?
Yeah, I was. The same job that. Yeah, I told you a couple of crazy stories that happened with me. My dumb ass. Yeah, I was a telephone operator. I worked for Time Life for like that long. I worked at Carvel's. The hardest question of the day was, sugar or plain cone, So I did it all.
So if you decide at some point you're going to come off the road, you're still going to do music, but you're just not going to tour as much. What do you think you'll do? Like go be the Walmart greeter? Like what are you going to do? Like, put the books up at the library. I mean, I'm giving you some ideas.
You know what I'm going to do? And I don't know about income. You know, I wouldn't quit unless I, knew I had a couple of nickels in my pocket where I could retire. I would probably travel and actually do things and take in the cities and the countries that I go to. Because that, I travel like quite a bit, obviously for touring purposes, but we travel for touring purposes.
Yeah.
I get to a city like the day before just to get my body acclimated to be ready to perform the following day or days.
Right.
And you never get to see anything. Like I've been to your city a million times. I've never seen anything.
Really?
I've seen a couple. Yeah, I've never seen anything. You're in the Charlotte area. I've never seen anything in Charlotte. I think one time I stayed in a hotel next to the local baseball stadium. Maybe it was like a AAA team, and from my room I could see the stadium. I was like, I watched the game. I was like, I've been to the stadium. There's the stadium. There they are.
Did they do the fireworks then? Did you get
actually I did. I was like, I didn't pay. So, but yeah, I wouldn't, been to a couple of restaurants in your city, but that's pretty much it. I don't know the city. I've stayed across the street from the NASCAR museum, never been in the NASCAR museum. So, I just haven't. I mean, not that I'm interested in NASCAR, but hell, it was there and I haven't seen it.
Okay,
so,
well, yeah.
So next time I come,
so can you add an additional day to your tours? Like, or, so you can.
I don't know, Shamika, can I? So someone can show me around and show me their city? Can I?
I mean, you could. You could.
Can I?
No, I'm just kidding. You could.
You're gonna take me. See, that was my invitation. That's what women do. They kind of like, yeah, boy, sure, I'm hungry. I sure could eat. If we can go out to eat. Are we going out to eat? Oh, guess we're going out. Guess I'm taking you out to eat. You didn't fall for the bait. It doesn't work in reverse,
No, I would show you around. I would. Yes, I would give you the tour of Uptown, or you know what? Even show you the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame.
I've never been.
A lot of people haven't. They didn't even know I was here.
I didn't. But I mean, I remember you telling me about it before. I was like, I didn't know it existed. And then you started running down to people like Anthony Hamilton, I believe, is in there. And who else was it we were talking about that you were just crazy about? Like, I met him at the North. Oh, Calvin Richardson, I believe it was.
Oh, you just gonna put my business out there.
Well, you said it. You were like, one of the times I talked to you, I said, I just did a show with Calvin Richardson. Oh my God. Oh, Calvin, he got the muscles. And he's in the North Carolina Hall of Fame. Yeah, the muscles. He's in the North Carolina Hall of Fame. I was like, that's the first time I heard it. I was like, North Carolina Hall of Fame? I didn't know there was another. My parents are from North Carolina. Can I grandfather myself
I didn't know that. They are?
Yeah.
What part?
Yeah. My mother's from a small town called Plymouth, and my father's from a smaller town called Roper, North Carolina. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My mother went to Bennett College. My dad went to A&T. So, yeah. So can I get grandfathered into the Hall of Fame because of? No.
You need to be living in North Carolina.
I got it.
for a few years.
All right. I'm gonna tell Anthony Hamilton, let me have that room in the back of his mansion so I can stay there for 2 years so I can get into the North.
Right. So tell everybody where they can get the album.
They can pick up the project, the albums. Yeah, I'm old school. I was trying to avoid saying album, but damn it, I'm old school.
Me
album.
Too.
You can get the 8-track and you can come to one of my websites. You can come to theprinceofsophisticatedsoul.com and you can download it there. And you can find out where I'm going. If I'm coming to a town near you, you can come to willdowning.com. It'll show you my tour schedule. You can also hear my radio show there as well. You can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. I'm Will Downing 3. I'm Will Downing Singer on Facebook. I'm everywhere. So yeah, check me out.
What's the 3 for? I always wondered what those.
I think someone had already taken 1 and 2. I looked it up. It was like a white guy in, I don't know, North Dakota, probably.
Okay, well, is there
I was
anything
like,
we
that's
didn't
not
cover?
me.
Did we not? Is there anything we didn't cover? Because I feel like we covered a lot today.
Well, yeah, we actually, this is the first time we've done an interview and we didn't like laugh like crazy. So yeah, you actually, you did your thing. I did my thing.
Oh,
And you always do your thing. I decided to stay on course this time and answer some real legitimate questions. So I'm growing up.
that's good. That's good. We laughed a little bit. We did,
Yeah.
but we kept this one more professional. It is
At least you didn't
always.
laugh about car
Oh wait,
balances.
wait!
So.
I forgot the T-shirt I have on.
That's fly.
Yeah.
That's
So
money.
are you going to revamp this T-shirt to add the 25th one?
It's on there.
It is.
It's on there. Yeah. Yeah. Take it off and read it.
Take it off. I'll read it later.
You're not going to report me to HR, are you?
I'll
Take it off
later.
and read it. Yeah, go do it now. Do it now. Show us.
Okay, well, you see, you were thinking ahead of, you have amazing merchandise, so everybody should check that out for sure. And then, so you have to come back when, are you already working on the next project, number 26? Or just.
Yeah.
Probably.
I am. I really am. Yeah, some buddies of mine reached out for me about a week ago, and they started on this track, and they're like, "What do you think?" I was like, "Damn, that's fly." I said, "I thought I was done. Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in." And so I'm gonna work on that one, and then see if it garners something else. And I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do another album again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do. I might do just singles over the years, or EPs or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna keep recording, but I don't know if I'm gonna do an album per se. It's like it's a long process, and these days it goes underappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll just do more singles.
So he'll be back on here in a few months talking about, here's my 26th album.
You're probably right.
So, but that's cute.
Damn, that's cute.
You'll be back.
You'll be back. Right. Well, keep this cell warm for you. You'll be back. Trust me. You're gonna do something.
Well, thank you again so much for coming back to Check the Rhymes. It's always a pleasure. Always.
Always mine. Always the pleasure's mine.